I'm Nathan with RV for Jesus, and this is Thoughts from on the Road. Thanks for joining us this week. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to know when we post, make sure you hit the subscribe and ring that bell. So this week we're going to continue on with our thought from last week, and you can see that video here on YouTube. The link will be down in the description, about the question that we had of where did Cain get his wife? Well, remember when Cain was chased out because he had killed Abel. As he went out, he went over to the land of Nod, and he had a son, and that son's name was Enoch, and he built a town named Enoch. So where did Cain get his wife? Well, last week we talked about how that when God made Adam and Eve, he told them to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth, and within them was the entire genetic code for the world. So within them could be all kinds of combinations. And because of that, the children that they had would be able to intermarry. Now I realize that nowadays that is not allowed, okay? And that is because the genetic code of when you marry within your family, it allows for the bad genes, the genes that are slightly deformed or whatever, to come out and become more prevalent. But back then, with the big widespread combination that were within Adam and Eve, they did not have that worry. So, and another example of that would be if you think back to Abraham and Sarah. Sarah was Abraham's half-sister, okay? Remember when he went down to Egypt, he told Pharaoh that Sarah was his sister, which was half a truth, because she was his sister, half-sister, but she was also his wife, okay? But back in that time period, that was allowed because the widespread availability and variety of gene pool, because of it hadn't been bred down into people groups. Which, by the way, I might want to add at this point in time that leaves absolutely no room for racism in the Bible and with a Christian. Because realize that we all come from Adam and Eve, okay? We're all one race, and that's the human race, okay? What we are different people groups who have been isolated into different areas, which is why we have up here in the north, it runs to red hair. If you go over into the Orient, it runs into a slightly different color of skin and different orientation of the eyes. In Africa, again, different skin orientation. It is different people groups, not different races. And the Bible does not allow for racism of any kind, because we are all one race. That's the human race. We all come from Adam and Eve. And that's where Cain got his wife. Cain's wife was his sister. Now, some of you may go, but back then, that was allowed. And remember, with only Adam and Eve to start the human race, there would have to be, what happened was that brothers and sisters would marry further down the road, or however, and further down the road, it was, again, different kinds of combinations of that. So the answer to the question, the short answer to the question of where did Cain get his wife, very simply, it was from his mother and his father. It was his sister. Now, we are not, again, like I said before, we're not told about all the different children that Adam and Eve had. We're only told about 3, Cain, Abel, and Seth. Part of that reason was to show us the effects of sin, how Cain killed Abel because of his jealousy and because he rejected the way that God told them to worship, and also that we could be able to trace the genealogy of Jesus from Mary and Joseph, his mother and his adopted father, back to David the king to show that he was heir to the throne, and then all the way back to Adam to show that he was indeed the second Adam. So, where did Cain get his wife? she was his sister. That's our thought from On the Road this week. Thanks for joining us. Remember, hit the like button, and also remember that as you wander, to wander with a purpose. That purpose being sharing the gospel of Christ with others. Thanks.